In the small town of Ravenswood, nestled between dense forests and rolling hills, there stood an old school building with a history as haunting as the shadows that lurked within its corridors. Centuries ago, Ravenswood School had been a place of learning, but as time wore on, it became a decaying relic of forgotten memories. It was said that the building harbored secrets, and none more sinister than those involving the mysterious janitor who had served the school for generations. The tale began in the late 1800s, when the school was first established. A man named Ezekiel Blackwood was hired as the janitor, his solitary figure with a haggard appearance that sent shivers down the spines of anyone who crossed his path. Ezekiel had a reputation for being an enigma, seldom speaking to anyone, and his eyes held a haunted look that hinted at a troubled past. As the years passed, whispers of strange occurrences circulated among the students and staff. Doors creaked open on their own, eerie sounds echoed through empty hallways, and some claimed to have seen shadows moving in the corners of their eyes. The legend of Ezekiel Blackwood, the haunted janitor, began to take root. One chilling night, a group of daring students decided to investigate the rumors surrounding Ezekiel. Armed with flashlights and courage, they crept into the school after hours, determined to unravel the mysteries that shrouded the janitor. The air inside the school was thick with tension as they ventured deeper into the heart of the building. The students reached the basement, a dimly lit labyrinth of storage rooms and forgotten artifacts. The air was cold, and the sound of their footsteps reverberated through the empty corridors. Suddenly, a distant moan echoed, sending a chill down their spines. It was said to be the ghostly wail of Ezekiel Blackwood, a warning to intruders who dared to tread in his domain. As they explored further, the students stumbled upon an ancient door that seemed to lead to a hidden chamber. The air became suffocating, and the temperature dropped drastically. Hesitant, but driven by curiosity, they pushed open the door to reveal a room filled with dusty old books, flickering candles, and an unsettling altar adorned with strange symbols. In the center of the room stood a decrepit figure in tattered janitorial clothing. Ezekiel Blackwood himself. His eyes, now glowing with an otherworldly light, locked onto the intruders. The students were paralyzed with fear as Ezekiel's voice, a ghastly whisper, filled the chamber. "Leave this place or face the consequences," he warned, his voice carrying an ancient, malevolent power. Terrified, the students fled from the hidden chamber, vowing never to speak of what they had witnessed. But the encounter marked them, leaving an indelible scar on their minds. Over the years, more tales of the haunted janitor circulated, each encounter more chilling than the last. Some claimed to have seen Ezekiel wandering the halls at night, his spectral form vanishing into thin air. Others reported strange occurrences in the basement, where whispers echoed and the temperature plummeted whenever Ezekiel's name was uttered. The legend of Ezekiel Blackwood became intertwined with the fabric of Ravenswood School, shaping its dark reputation. The janitor seemed to have transcended the boundaries of time, a spectral guardian bound to the decaying halls for reasons unknown. As decades passed, the school fell into disrepair. Windows were shattered, classrooms abandoned, and the once grand architecture crumbled. Yet, Ezekiel's presence endured, his spectral form becoming more pronounced as the building decayed around him. In the 1960s, a determined journalist named Emily Hart decided to delve into the mysteries of Ravenswood School. Intrigued by the tales of the haunted janitor, she began to research the history of the school and Ezekiel Blackwood. Emily's investigation led her to old archives, dusty records, and the testimonies of those who had encountered the janitor over the years. Her journey took her to the now dilapidated Ravenswood School, a place frozen in time. Armed with a camera and a notepad, Emily explored the decaying corridors, capturing the eerie ambience that clung to the air. As she delved deeper, Emily uncovered forgotten stories of tragedies that had befallen students and staff within the haunted walls. One particularly chilling tale recounted the disappearance of a group of students who had ventured into the basement in the 1940s. Their fate remained a mystery, and the only clue was a tattered journal found near the entrance of the hidden chamber. The journal spoke of strange rituals, an otherworldly power, and a warning to never disturb the slumbering spirits within. Emily's investigation brought her face to face with the enigmatic janitor. In the dead of night, she encountered Ezekiel in the basement, his ghostly figure surrounded by an ethereal glow. Unlike the students before her, Emily stood her ground, determined to uncover the truth. "Ezekiel Blackwood," she addressed him, her voice unwavering. "What secrets do you guard? And why do you haunt this forsaken place?" The janitor's eyes bore into hers, and for a moment, time seemed to stand still. Then, in a haunting whisper, he began to reveal the dark history that bound him to Ravenswood School. Ezekiel Blackwood had once been a scholar, a man of knowledge and ambition. In the late 1700s, he had stumbled upon a forbidden text, an ancient grimoire that promised unimaginable power. Driven by a thirst for understanding, Ezekiel delved into the occult, conducting rituals that connected the school to otherworldly dimensions. As the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred, Ezekiel's quest for power spiraled out of control. The once prosperous school became a conduit for malevolent forces, and the spirits of the departed were trapped within its walls. In a desperate attempt to contain the darkness, Ezekiel sacrificed his humanity, becoming a spectral guardian bound to the school for eternity. With each passing decade, the malevolent energy grew stronger, feeding off the fear and despair of those who entered the forsaken halls. The hidden chamber in the basement served as a focal point for the supernatural energies, and Ezekiel's spectral form acted as a beacon, drawing lost souls into the web of the school's haunting. Emily listened in awe and horror as Ezekiel recounted the tragic tales of those who had crossed paths with the malevolent forces within Ravenswood School. The journalist realized that the only way to break the curse and release the trapped spirits was to confront the darkness head-on. Armed with newfound knowledge, Emily embarked on a perilous journey to unravel the secrets hidden within the forbidden grimoire. Guided by the Journal of the Lost Students from the 1940s, she deciphered cryptic symbols and incantations that led her to the heart of the supernatural web. As she delved deeper into the forbidden rituals, Emily felt the oppressive presence of the malevolent forces closing in. Shadows writhed in the corners of her vision, and whispers echoed through the abandoned hallways. The spectral figure of Ezekiel watched over her, torn between his duty as a guardian and the desire to be freed from the curse that bound him. Finally, Emily stood before the ancient altar in the hidden chamber.